So I was about halfway done with this project when it struck me that it might be a good idea to pass along what I'm doing to other people. I don't know what I'm doing, quite frankly, so I'm hoping it's not I don't know, a butcher job when everybody sees this and they're like, holy cow, what a waste of time you had here. But I'm currently taking off the logos on my boat here. This is an Everglades 243. Nothing against Everglades, but I've had to put them on a couple of times. I'm just tired of having them on there. So I've gotten a pretty good ways through and it's coming along pretty well, but I had previously done this side, which is obviously clean, but it took me like days and it's still not all the way done to come back and mess with it. But a buddy of mine was like, well, what'd you do? I was like, well, I'm using this Goo Gone stuff, which seems to dissolve the glue pretty good, but it just takes forever. And so he said the key is heat. I'm sure there's something better than the Revlon 480 or whatever this is, but it has made all the difference. So I've got an interesting utensil. Obviously the spoon may not be everybody's first choice, but it was a good way to make sure I'm not scratching my boat. And so far so good. There's been no damage from the Goo Gone, and the spoon's doing a good job of getting the glue off. But anyway, my process is to spray the Goo Gone stuff on and kind of let it soak. And then be working on the previous letter. So I've got this one soaking and I'll come back, scrape a layer off, spray this one a little bit, heat it up, come back and just kind of switch back and forth. And they're coming off pretty quick, honestly. So I'll take you through my my process here and hopefully you can maybe find it useful. Let's see what we can do to set this up here. So as I was saying, it's kind of like a soak that, go ahead and pre-spray this one a little bit so it's dissolving. And then basically just keep constant heat on it. And a little plastic spoon. And you just kind of come along here and scrape the glue. I don't know if you can see, but there's still like that last layer of glue there. You can kind of see it. But while I'm peeling this other one off, I'll have that soaking. And it seems to be doing a good job of kind of staying ahead and keeping it peeling. So the other thing I've done is I'm using a screwdriver, so you got to be careful, but I'm gonna get under the lip of this. And it's been soaking for a while, so these things are on there pretty good. But they're coming off pretty well after they've soaked for a little bit. And then I'm about to go back to this one, but I go ahead and soak that one down. I don't know what this stuff does to metal trailers, so I'm trying to make sure it doesn't go down below, but it really is not doing anything at all to the paint on here or the finish on the boat at all, which is nice. All right, so keep it hot. And so that pretty much got the overwhelming amount of it. You can see a little bit of the logo left over, but I think that's really just the difference between an area that's been touched by the sun and hasn't. But it's coming off pretty good, so I'm kind of impressed with this particular way of doing it. Hopefully it'll continue to be this easy. We'll take you through it, see if it's gonna work out like other people might say it should. Otherwise, I'll have 100 people saying that I did it the wrong way, which is kind of the way it goes. In fact, I get to thank Doug Bergwall. Thank you, Doug, for waiting till I was halfway done with this project to enlighten me that blow dryer works miracles. I don't know if it's wisdom or just being a jerk, but he lets me learn the lesson first and then gives me the advice. Maybe there's something to that, or maybe he's just a jerk. Piece of advice: if you go the plastic spoon route, which I'm sure I'll be barbecued about my tool usage here, comment, feel free. But get extra plastic spoons. Go for a few. Be careful if you're using, that's not what I was looking for. Any kind of metal tool like that on your boat, don't hit the hole. All right. So it looks like pretty much got it there. You see a little bit of the old lettering, but not terrible. I like it better, honestly, without the logo. So, Pepper Cat, what are you doing? We'll leave the 243 on there. All right, so takeaways from this are, if you can afford to have somebody do it yourself, or for you, I mean, have them do it. But if you're poor like me and you've got to do it yourself, remember to use this Goo Gone. I tried a few different things. This stuff is, it's like a gel, spray gel. You see that there? It kind of held on a little bit better. And the heat, there's probably much better options than this Revlon $10 Walmart thing. It's probably gonna fall apart with all this Goo Gone on it now. And then lots of napkins. And we went through 8 spoons. So if you're gonna go with spoons, definitely bring a few extra. But now I'm just gonna get a little soap and water, wash it down real good, spray it off, and we'll be done with this thing. All right, that'll do it. Cleaned up, a little water in the barn, but it'll all get out of here. So I think it came out pretty good. I actually like the boat better without the logo. Makes it look longer. So again, thank you, Doug, for waiting until I was halfway done to help me out. But finally got her done, so she's ready. Ready for that Bimini crossing in a couple of months. See how that goes. So, hopefully you learned something, or hopefully you will learn something from my mistakes and me getting barbecued in the comments. Feel free to comment below and like and subscribe.